Hi, my name is Aiden Davert, and today I'll be explaining to you how better sleep can better your health. According to the National Sleep Foundation, millions of adults struggle with sleep each and every day, whether that's due to stress, screen time, schedules, children, etc. In fact, 1 in 3 adults in America get less than 7 hours of sleep per night, which is way too low. Poor sleep ultimately will equal worse mood, worse health, and lower focus, and it worsens your immune system. But the good news is that better sleep is totally within your control. And today, I'd like to show you that a little bit. Let's start with the foundation though, and talk about why a consistent sleep schedule is the ultimate foundation to better sleep. So, a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time roughly every day, according to Harvard Health, is one of the best things that we can do to better our sleep. This will better our circadian rhythm, which is essentially our body's 24-hour clock. Changing bedtimes and wake times ultimately confuses our body and causes what's called a social jet lag, leaving you groggy and worse mood and less focused when you wake up. Some certain steps that you can take. Having a fixed bedtime and wake time is big. Even on weekends, set alarms and reminders to stick to the schedule to stay disciplined. So then you can remember weekends and weekdays that we get up at a certain time and go to bed at a certain time. Next, let's look at how where you sleep can ultimately affect how you sleep. A bedroom should tell your body that it's time to relax. According to Harvard Health, limiting electronics 30 to 60 minutes before bed while also having a dark and cool room creates a better environment for your overall sleep health. A comfy mattress and pillow also limits tossing and turning at night, which will allow you to get to more deeper restorative sleep. So some steps that you can take. Having roughly a 65-degree Fahrenheit room is huge. Dark, quiet spaces are also big. No electronics 30 to 60 minutes before bed as well. Electronics ultimately mess with the melatonin production in your head, which is the hormone that allows you to be sleepy. Use tools as well, sleep masks, dark out curtains, white noise, fans, etc. So a good example of this, black and white infographic, shows us a person sleeping here. Shades are drawn, limited light going into the room, dark, quiet, cool area. It's a great environment to sleep in. Now let's look at what you do before bed and how that makes a difference. Nighttime habits tell your body whether it's time to relax or whether it's time to work. It's the difference between what's called the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic is what allows us to decompress and calm down. Sympathetic is our fight or flight mode. Calming activities before bed, such as journaling, meditation, stretching, even just for 5 minutes, can be big for our overall sleep health. So, some certain things to avoid. Caffeine, Coke, pop, tea, don't have that before bed. No heavy meals, no intense exercise 3 hours prior to bed. In order to calm our body, let's do something a lot more relaxing. Reading, stretching, meditating, etc. Keep the same routine each and every night so your body adapts and adjusts to it. Then the fourth thing that's a big part of our daily lives is technology. Technology can have a huge effect on how we sleep at night. So according to Matthew Walker, a leading sleep researcher and analyst at UC Berkeley, he says that lowering our tech usage throughout the day is one of the best things that we can do for our overall sleep health. Some people also use apps to track their sleep in proportion to their screen time. So, some steps to do this. We can reduce screens for better melatonin production. We can also track our sleep through apps. We can relax before bed, and we also need to make sure that we start small and eventually layer things on there. Slowly but surely start to decrease our screen time prior to bed. We want to make sure that our body can easily adapt over time to these changes, which ultimately isn't as easy as it sounds. So in essence, keeping a consistent sleep schedule, a sleep-friendly environment, and also changing our tech and lifestyle can ultimately heavily better our sleep. In fact, you can feel the difference if you apply all this tonight. Thank you.